Welcome, Detroit Mercy Law graduates, family, friends, and all connecting with us today for the 2021 School of Law Commencement Ceremony. My name is Pamela Zarkowski, and I am Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. I am honored to have the privilege to welcome you to today's ceremony. I want to begin by welcoming both our U.S. and Canadian graduates to this ceremony. The ceremony marks the culmination of an academic journey that has been unique, challenging, and rewarding. It is wonderful that your family and friends are joining us today as we honor your achievements. We also welcome the faculty, staff, and administrators from the School of Law joining us today. On behalf of the University Detroit Mercy community, congratulations on earning your Juris Doctor or dual Juris Doctor degree. What an incredible achievement. We are proud and grateful for your determination and hard work. Your spirit was inspiring to all of us, especially over the last 14 months. Although this commencement ceremony is not the one you had anticipated when you began your studies at Detroit Mercy Law, I am confident you and those attending with you will enjoy this virtual ceremony. I also know the hooding ceremony scheduled today will be a significant part of today's celebration. Nothing can take away from the incredible achievement of finishing law school. You have remained resilient and focused on your educational goals. You have continued to demonstrate excellence in your academics, leadership, and service. You have been supportive of your student colleagues and worked tirelessly with the faculty and staff at the School of Law. This is indicative of your character and drive. We are excited to see what the future holds for you. We know you will continue to do great things and wish you all the best in your future endeavors. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge that today's ceremony will be the last for Dean Phyllis Crocker. Dean Crocker will be retiring in June. We are grateful for her leadership, service, and dedication to the School of Law, the university, and especially the students, faculty, and staff. Please join me in a round of applause. Thank you, Dean Crocker. Now, let's celebrate this special occasion and all you have accomplished during your time at Detroit Mercy Law. Today's commencement program is available on the official Detroit Mercy Commencement website. Our ceremony will begin with an invocation.
Graduates, recalling the ways that you have shown resilience, perseverance, adaptability, and growth during your time at Detroit Mercy, we now offer this prayer and blessing to mark your accomplishments and to sustain you as you enter the next stage of your life journey. As together we pray. Most compassionate and merciful Creator, we gather today in celebration and thanksgiving for this significant transition in our students' lives. In gratitude, we acknowledge that this transition will allow them an opportunity to use the education, talents, and skills they have acquired to become persons for and with others, and to lead lives marked by compassion. And now, let us raise our hands to bless the graduates. Spirit of life and love, who quickens our minds, inspires our hearts, and animates our action, we ask that you bless the graduating class of 2021.
Class of 2021, may you be infused with a lifelong love of learning as you call to mind what you have gleaned from your years at Detroit Mercy, from professors, mentors, peers, and the community, from the time you have taken for reflection and prayer.
May you continue to cultivate the gifts you have unearthed as you discern how to offer these to the world.
May you be blessed with a capacity to see the sacred in all, so as to see God as easily in the eyes of those who are poor and excluded as in the great wonders of the cosmos. And may such vision inspire in your respect and reverence for all persons and for our common home.
May you move in the world with a deep sense of concern for the dwelling place of the holy, and compassion for those persons and places where such presence feels hidden.
May your encounters with family and friends, with acquaintances and strangers, reflect awareness of your dignity and theirs.
And may this guide the choices you make and the path that you take as you move forward into tomorrow.
May your hearts be filled with hope as you face obstacles and challenges, opportunities and possibilities that invite you to grow ever more fully into the person you desire to be.
And may the lives and example of Catherine Macaulay and Ignatius of Loyola continue to inspire you to a life marked by a well-educated solidarity, a thirst for justice, and a deep sense of gratitude for all things. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Punsalan Manlimos and Ms. Klug. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the faculty and staff of University of Detroit Mercy, I extend my sincere congratulations to you, the School of Law graduating class of 2021, and also to your parents and families, relatives, spouses, and friends who have supported you during your education. I begin by telling you a few important facts about your graduating class. First, there are 179 students who are graduating with you, which includes 103 Juris Doctorate degrees, 74 dual Juris Doctorate degrees, and 2 joint Juris Doctorate and Master of Business Administration degrees. And like many previous classes of graduates, your class is similar in some ways and diverse in others, particularly with respect to your ages, gender, and hometowns. Second, the average age of your class is 27. The youngest member of your class is 23 years old, and the most mature is in the 40s. Third, 54% of your class are women and 46% are men. And your class graduated from 60 different colleges and universities across the country and the world. 47%, or 84, of you graduated from 20 Michigan colleges and universities. 11%, or 19, of you graduated from 19 colleges and universities in 12 different states. And the remaining 42%, 76 of you, graduated from 19 Canadian institutions of higher education. Your diverse ages, gender, and hometown similarities and differences have hopefully provided you with a rich educational experience that you will treasure for the rest of your lives and use well in your professions, careers, and the communities where you will live and serve. 15 months ago, your lives and everyone else's lives around the world suddenly paused because of the COVID-19 virus. While other parts of the world endured pandemics before, very few people in the United States had ever experienced such a catastrophic event. More than 600,000 Americans and more than 3 million people in other parts of the world have lost their lives thus far because of this dreaded virus. And I know that many of you, as well as our faculty and staff, have lost family members, friends, and coworkers. I offer my sincere condolences to you and your families, and I hope that you will find comfort in the wonderful memories they left behind. As we celebrate your achievement today, I commend you on your academic success over the years, but especially over these last few semesters. I know that it was not easy transitioning from in-person to virtual classes, and it was even more difficult for you not being with your classmates every day. But you persevered and kept your attention focused on your goal of graduation. You also made significant adjustments and sacrifices in your life and within your families to achieve this important goal. But there is no doubt in my mind that you will be stronger and more successful as a result of the challenges you have experienced during this pandemic. Your strength and future success will come primarily from the empathy that you have shown to and for others over these last several months. The following quote of a well-known American best summarizes this message of empathy that I am conveying. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Let me repeat that. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Throughout this health crisis, you and many others have expressed and exhibited tremendous empathy for so many who have become extremely sick because of the virus. You have shown empathy for those who have lost their jobs and their homes. Empathy for families and children who do not know when they will have their next meal. Empathy for those who are lonely and separated from their families. Empathy for those who cannot obtain a vaccine because they have no transportation. Empathy for the homeless, and empathy in so many other ways. But you have responded by raising funds and volunteering to minimize the burden on so many individuals through initiatives at the university and in your communities and places of worship. Those acts of kindness and caring are fundamental elements of University of Detroit Mercy's mission of service and social justice. And we are confident that you will continue to show that same empathy in the professions you have chosen to pursue. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. The famous American who said that quote was President Theodore Teddy Roosevelt Jr., the 26th President of the United States, who served this country from 1901 to 1909. Roosevelt remains the youngest ever president of this country at the age of 42. As we anticipate the eventual conclusion of this pandemic, in part because of the availability of vaccines, remain close to your alma mater and the School of Law as you join more than 100,000 distinguished alumni in every state and territory, as well as 87 countries. You too will bring distinction to the university and your professions as you make a difference in this nation and the world. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank Dean Phyllis Crocker for her outstanding leadership as Dean of Detroit Mercy Law these last 6 years. Congratulations and much success, graduates, and may God's blessings be with you and your families always. At this time, I'm pleased to announce the recipient of the Student Mission Leadership Award for the School of Law. The Vivere Ex Missione Award, which means to live the mission, is presented to graduating students who best exemplify the mission of Detroit Mercy and demonstrate a commitment to academic excellence, concern for the whole person, service that leads to justice, recognition of the sacred in all things, and building a community of equity and inclusivity. Faculty, staff, and students submit nominations based on those guiding values. The nominations are reviewed and awardees are selected by the Mission Effectiveness Team. Along with the certificate, a mission lamp is presented to recognize that the student is, and I quote, a shining lamp giving light to all around us. As the foundress of the Sisters of Mercy, Catherine McCauley, said we should strive to be. This year's recipient of the Vivere Ex Missione Award is Deja Davis. Law school is a challenge for everyone who attends, and one student in the class of 2021 made it her mission to ensure all students felt welcome, represented, and supported. Deja Davis is that student. An outstanding student who has performed well academically, Deja was Executive Director of Outside Competitions for Detroit Mercy Law's Moot Court Program, where she represented Detroit Mercy Law at competitions around the country. Deja's dedication to this position earned her the Patrick A. Keenan Appellate Advocacy Tournament and the Moot Court Junior Member Appellate Advocacy Competition Awards. In another leadership position, as president of the Black Law Students Association, Deja found ways to provide mentorship, coaching, and a sense of community to Black students at Detroit Mercy Law. A program she organized to the group resulted in a high placement of first-year students in a minority clerkship program through the Wolverine Bar Association in large Metro Detroit law firms and federal judges' chambers. Deja was the student representative on Detroit Mercy Law's Dean's Search Committee, proving herself an advocate for the student body. She impressed the candidates by showing them what a Detroit Mercy Law student can be. Outside of school, she served as a law clerk at Lakeshore Legal Aid, where she worked on behalf of clients in family law, public assistance, unemployment, and landlord-tenant cases. For those reasons, University of Detroit Mercy is proud to award the 2021 Vivere Ex Missione Award for Detroit Mercy Law to Deja Davis. Congratulations, Deja. I now invite Dean Crocker to introduce our commencement speaker.
Our commencement speaker today is Aramis Ayala. Aramis received her undergraduate degree from University of Michigan and is a 2001 graduate of Detroit Mercy Law. Aramis served as the state attorney for the 9th Judicial District in Florida from 2016 through 2020. This fall, Aramis will be joining University of Central Florida as an assistant professor. Aramis was the first African American elected as state attorney in Florida. As a guiding principle, she believed, your client is justice. Your client is the community. While serving as state attorney, Aramis did many things to make the administration of justice fairer, the most notable of which was announcing that she would not seek the death penalty in any case. This courageous decision brought national attention. Few prosecutors in states that have the death penalty have been willing to make that principled decision. In recognition of her work, she received the NAACP Civil Rights Champion of Justice Award. When I learned of her stance, I was not surprised to also learn she was one of our graduates. She puts her commitment to justice and to equality into action. On a final note, when I spoke to Aramis about being our graduation speaker, she told me that she did not remember her graduation. At the time, she was under enormous stress, including still receiving treatment for a life-threatening cancer. So this is a graduation for Aramis. Just like our graduates, it is not what she expected, but she will remember it, and we are so glad she gets to celebrate with us. Please join me in welcoming Aramis Ayala.
Thank you, Dean Crocker. Congratulations, Detroit Mercy Law students. You made it. Thinking back to your first year when you were told to look to your right or look to your left, guess what? We're still looking at you. Well, in the midst of a pandemic, looking at you is a bit different, but you made it nonetheless. For the grit, the grind, and the fortitude it took to get here, give yourselves your own congratulations. For the support that you had from family and or friends, please take a moment to thank them. Recognize your professors, mentors, employers, your neighbors, anyone who had a hand in the successful completion of this journey. Because this isn't the kind of journey that is often done alone. Your law school journey has been a specific kind of journey. But what I want to talk to you for a few minutes about is your life journey. The bigger picture in which your legal education and law school experience sets. And I want to frame my remarks within the confines of one question. Where do you go from here? And the answer is simple. It can be answered with just one word. And the answer is, it depends. The levels of success you reached after today depend on three things: your values, your company, and your definition of success. First, your values. The things that you value the most become your anchor in life. Your decisions will be based on the things that are important to you. No matter what those things are, you will find your life journey is aligned with your life values. This includes how you react when under pressure, when tempted, when you're on top of the world, or when you have taken a fall or had a setback. So the question is, what kind of things do you value? When you look deeply into your own heart and soul, are you proud of the things that you really value? It could be money, power, superiority, fame, attention, or even love, peace, equality, hope, freedom, or faith. But no matter what you value, it will determine in part where you go from here. Always keep in mind that when your values change, good or bad, your future changes as well. Number 2, the company you keep, as in the people around you. That will determine where you go. How many times have you made a judgment of a person based upon the company he or she kept? And I would venture to say many of those times, your observations were spot on. We hear it all the time, and I believe it to be true. The people with whom you spend the most time have a powerful impact on your view of the world. Those around you help shape your perspective and, in turn, the directions in which you will go and grow. There is a reason that mentorship is prioritized. A couple years ago, Forbes magazine published an article indicating that 76% of people think that mentors are important, but only 37% of people have one. What that says is we must be mindful that it requires much more than just thinking about it, just thinking about simply having good people around us. It is more about taking inventory of the company that we keep and being intentional about surrounding ourselves with people who contribute to the trajectory of the success that we seek. And that brings me to the last point. How do you define success? Most people want to be successful, but our inability to establish a universally accepted definition of success, that proves that success is personal and ultimately honors the internal longings of each individual person. Therefore, you must define success for yourself. You must be clear about that definition and seek it with your whole heart. Your definition of success will guide you, and it will carry you to different pit stops of success and the ultimate success story of your life. Your definition of success will establish your legacy in this profession and in the world at large. I tell people all the time, success for me will not be determined until after I take my last breath. When I hear the words, "Job well done, my good and faithful servant," then I will have succeeded. But that's my personal definition of success. To each one of you, I wish you success as you define it. I wish you a life of good, positive, and motivating company. And I pray that your values will make you proud and help you change the world for good. We need you. So, where do you go from here? Higher. I trust that you will have the values, you will keep the company, and define success in a way that causes you to soar like an eagle today, tomorrow, and forever. Congratulations.
Members of the class of 2021, proud family members, friends, objectively reasonable people, distinguished faculty and deans, welcome. Graduation is a time of reflection. Because of this, I can't help but think of all of the people who have fought long and hard to help me get here today. I think of my parents who fled to America to give me a better life and opportunities they never had, fleeing things like bombings, religious tension, and the oppression of women. I think of my family who had to survive 3 years of me FaceTiming them from the basement, asking them to stop being so loud, as they were only simply going about their normal lives upstairs, because it distracted my studying. So I give much thanks to my parents and sisters. I would, however, like to especially thank my mentor, Bill Dobreff, who believed in me even before I did, personally inspiring my journey here with all of you. Bill is a once-in-a-lifetime individual that you will meet who is a genuine blessing, a true angel on earth who enriches the lives of everyone he comes into contact with. Bill has the most genuine tenacity to fight for the little man, the downtrodden, and those less fortunate. Thank you, Bill, for everything, and most importantly, inspiring me to change the world for the better. Class of 2021, how great it is that today we are getting a degree that will allow us to do just that. I hope each and every one of you leave your impact on the world. My friends and fellow graduates, let's smile and laugh here today because we know the road to graduation was a little light on the recreational time. We've read hundreds of cases over what seemed like millions of hours. we've experienced the terror and the thrill of Professor Harris's Socratic cold call in class and drank enough caffeine to kill an elephant. We are the trailblazers of Zoom School of Law. Thanks to all of this, I have some good news about what the last 3 years has taught us. We can now see both sides of problems we are faced with. We can now think through these problems, and more importantly, after Iraqing them, of course, we can make a decision. We can read and type faster than we ever thought we would need to. We now karaoke for inclusiveness every Tuesday. The last 3 years have shown us that we are resilient and capable of enduring an overwhelming amount of stress as we take our newly acquired skills into our fulfilling, lifelong careers. Most importantly, today we can say we are no longer intimidated by the Socratic cold call. As new attorneys, we are entering a world that is growing exponentially more complex by the day. We are graduating amid interesting times, a global pandemic, international economic crises, and among some of the most divided political climates in history. But these problems are solvable, so let us commit to solving them here today. First and foremost, when we look at people on the other side of any argument, we need to remember that almost all people agree on a few core tenets in life. We all think that people who are willing to work hard and play by the rules deserve a certain level of dignity in life, such as food in the fridge and a safe and clean neighborhood in which to raise a family. We just disagree on what the best way is to achieve that. Keep an open mind when hearing how the other side tries to achieve that. Hear and think about what they are saying and why, before you start to form your response in your head. We are all working towards the same goal, the betterment of human life. If the other side is wrong, rebut them, but respect them. If the other side has a point, learn from them. Engage with them. Listen earnestly. Remember, we all want the same thing. In order for society to function, rules have to be in place. These times are ever growing. Society entrusts us as attorneys to bear true faith for our clients' best needs and to help them navigate these tumultuous, intimidating, and often confusing times. So attorneys we are, now here today. Let us never forget that this is our role in society, no matter how we choose to go about. We are here to represent the best interests of our clients, but remember, at any given point, anyone can be your client. So let's work towards a more inclusive world. Class of 2021, I can't wait to see all of the great things each of you accomplish. I can't wait to see the way you change the world. It has been an honor to have spent the last 3 years of my life with each of you. Thank you.
Hello and congratulations, class of 2021. We are so proud of you and your accomplishments. Your law school education has been unique. You have learned new and unexpected skills, and through it all you have shown grace, kindness, and determination, qualities that will serve you well throughout your life as a lawyer. For each of you, graduation marks an end and a beginning. You have finished law school and will soon begin your career as a lawyer. Whether you go into private practice or public service, whether you use your law degree in business or another field, you will draw on the education you received and the skills you developed here. We are confident you are well prepared for the challenges and opportunities that await you. Beginning today and throughout your life, I encourage you to be mindful of the following. Every case is important to your client. While a matter may seem routine to you, every case matters to your client. Commit yourself to excellence in every case, every day. Throughout your time in law school, you worked to make our communities more fair and just by helping those in need through your coursework and volunteer projects. Your obligation as a lawyer will be to serve both private interests and the public good. No matter how you earn a living, continue to be involved in public service by providing pro bono legal services or volunteering with community groups. Commit yourself to continuing to make our communities more fair and just. When I first talked to you at orientation, I shared a quote from Justice Cardozo, who you now know is one of the most famous U.S. judges. This is what he had to say about justice in 1925. The process of justice is never finished, but reproduces itself generation after generation in ever-changing forms, and today, as in the past, it calls for the bravest and the best. This is just as true today as it was close to 100 years ago. Justice encompasses many fundamental concepts: wisdom, integrity, honor, reason, equity, compassion, honesty. Our obligation and our privilege as members of the legal profession is to make those words have meaning in our lives, in our clients' lives, in the lives of each person every day. As you move into the world of lawyering, whether as a lawyer, solicitor, barrister, or business person, think about how your actions manifest these words. Justice is not something that sits in a court or a law book. It is not something you put on when you begin work in the morning and set aside in the evening. Justice is a living principle that requires our steadfast attention and respect in everything we do. A writing in the Talmud puts it this way: do not be daunted by the enormity of the world's grief. Do justly now. Love mercy now. Walk humbly now. You are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. As a lawyer, you will have the privilege and the responsibility to work to make this a more just society. Embrace that challenge. At the same time, remember your dreams. When you face obstacles or feel discouraged, and you will at times, remember why you came to law school. Pursue your dreams with unrelenting passion. Finally, show your appreciation for your family and friends and for all of the other people in your lives who have helped you become the talented women and men you are today. In short, hold dear your friends and families, pursue your dreams, be a force for justice in our communities. Thank you. Candidates, please rise. Dr. Garibaldi, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Law, I present these candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor and respectfully recommend that this degree be conferred upon them.
Thank you, Dean Crocker. Now that the candidates have been recognized, a very solemn moment is about to take place: the conferral of degrees. This marks the official moment when graduation actually occurs. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Juris Doctor for which you have been recommended, and now pronounce you sons and daughters of University of Detroit Mercy forever. Please join us wherever you are watching to congratulate our graduates. It is now time to recognize our graduates individually. Following the presentation, we will conclude with messages from one of our faculty and alumni, a prayer inspired by St. Thomas More, and a celebratory video and photo montage of messages for our graduates. Enjoy.
Anthony Abro, Eric Addy, Brandon Adili, Antonio Alcantara Tangonan, Ahmed Amin, Gregory Anastasio, Jaron Anderson, Aulona Arbana, Laura Atanasovsky, Leah Baxter, Ali Bazzi, Hussein Bazzi, Casey Barente, Ali Barrow, Mayank Basin, Amanda Bomben, Braden Bowner, Elmer Briantes, Stephanie Brown, Stephen Bruni, David Burke, Matthew Chikonda, Connor Cleverly, Samuel Cloutier, Daniel Cohen, Adrian Cormet, Matthew Kulufis, Samantha Coulter, Caroline Cusinado, Eric Chaika, Nadine Dabaja, Mustafa Daher, Dylan Daring, Ikta Dave, Deja Davis, Edmund Dawood, Stella DeBilly, Tara Louise DeLuca, Summer DeVirgilio, Pauline Deal, Hannah Dodick, Catherine Donaldson, Chandler Doris, Sarah Exiabert, Ralph El Badawi, Stephen Irwin, Perla Espinal Manan, Sharain Faraj, Hanadi Faraj, Preston Felty, Angela Ferrara Wilbur, Jocelyn Flemings, Aaron Fogel, Jeremiah Foley, Matthew Franzen, Julian Freitag, Lauren Froud, Ashna Gawker, Catherine Gannick, Catherine Garmo, Antonia Giles, Nada Gongsig-Shuren, Raymond Grybet, Narmada Gunawardana, Jessica Guta, Sharzad Hamraz, Tatiana Henkenhoff, Mariah Herfy, Jessica Herfst, Emily Hessenthaler, Nicholas Howie, Ali Ibrahim, Paul Innocente, David Johnson, Ruby Joy, Alexander K, Sam Conlari, Lori Kauli, Livia Kimoro, Gina Koki, Monica Coletzi, Daniel Kuchuk, Jimmy Kumar, Rebecca Kupfer, Joseph Kuzmiak, Catherine Kuzmiak, Yan Ho Leung, Peter Lockbyler. Laura Luca. Robert Lujurai. Agbula Luoye. Joe Malouf. Anthony Mager. Nicole Mahadeo. Sabrina Manjapane. Selena Mansour. Ryan Markesic. Philip Marshall. Ahmad Mazloom. Marta Mazer. Sydney McKibben. Alexandra Miller. Nicole Miller. Patrick Monahan. Jonathan Montville. Dustin Morris. Abdallah Mugni. David Murray. James Murray. Anjani Naidu. Rahil Nasir. Mariah Natsky. Liba Nawal. Justin Ng. Daniel Nishiguchi. Ayat Nizam. Curtis Knowles. Krista Nored. Chandler Ola. Jamie Oleksiu. Victoria Padula. Amelia Papineau. Lauren Paratino. Anthony Piccirilli. Katya Piccoli. Brianna Pierce. Michael Plant. Luke Popiel. Jarrett Putt. Mary Rabin. Panis Radari. Michael Ramsey. Samantha Regier. Ali Rida. Jacob Robinson. Christian Roca. Michelle Rogers. Michelle Rollins. Henry Rush. Rakshana Sachathanandaraja. Edie Sala. Amanat Sandhu. Vincenzo Sarti. Victoria Shinseng. Taylor Seals. Rachel Selena. Gitanjali Selvam. Fareha Shazad. Ibtisam Shakir. Michael Shannon. Ibrahim Shukri. Joseph Shreeman. Evan Sinclair. Stephanie Situ. Isabella Sauka. Milaka Span. Isidoro Spano. Allison Spiegel. Stephanie Stavru. Christopher Stockman. Tiffany Storm. Shelley Tam. Jenna Tebby. Madison Tifo. Treasure Thomas. Maria Toma. Aaron Toth. Stavrula Varlamos. Julia Walzak. Tanya Walia. Katie Warwick. Tyler Webb. Peter Wan. Courtney Wood. Roscoe Wu. Wendy Shu. Maya Eunice. Rebecca Zaris. Fadi Zar.
On behalf of the faculty of the School of Law, it is my honor to address you, the graduating class of 2021. Congratulations, you did it. I'm so proud of you, and so are all of your professors, the Detroit Mercy Law staff and administrators, and the entire Detroit Mercy community. Today we celebrate you and recognize all you've had to overcome to get to this moment. Earning your Juris Doctorate degree is truly an accomplishment, let alone doing it during a global pandemic. Your class has had to push through obstacles that we could have never predicted this past year. I know it wasn't easy, but we all applaud your diligence, hard work, flexibility, and determination. I, for one, have been in awe of you. Your resilience has gotten you to this moment, and it will carry you throughout your careers. We're thrilled that many of you will be able to join the socially distanced hooding ceremony. But even for those of you who cannot attend, we celebrate with you, and we're excited about this milestone. Hooding is a special recognition and honored tradition for Detroit Mercy Law graduates receiving a Juris Doctor degree. The hooding symbolizes the culmination of your studies and signifies the degree recipient's transition from student to professional, the next exciting chapter for all of you. As you move on from your studies at Detroit Mercy Law, we're confident that you will continue to make a positive impact in our community and to do great things with your law degree. We can't wait to see what you accomplish next. We're excited about what the future holds for you. And while we've all known our fair share of uncertainty this past year, we, your Detroit Mercy Law community, are very certain of this. We are certain that you are all prepared to take on the world, to be ethical, justice-seeking legal professionals who will continue to make Detroit Mercy Law proud. Congratulations.
Each year, the graduating class selects a fellow classmate to lead the University of Detroit Mercy School of Law graduates in the prayer inspired by St. Thomas More. I am honored to have been chosen by my fellow classmates this year, and I consider it a privilege to lead the prayer of the class of 2021. Graduates, please stand. My fellow graduates, let us recite together the words inspired by St. Thomas More. Lord, grant that I may be able in argument, accurate in analysis, strict in study, candid with clients, and honest with adversaries. Sit with me at my desk and listen with me to my clients' plaints. Read with me in my library and stand beside me in court, so that today I shall not, in order to win a point, lose my soul.
Good afternoon. My name is Kyle Dufresne. I'm the incoming president of the Alumni Association here at the law school, and I'm also an attorney with the General Motors legal staff. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to speak with you this afternoon. To the class of 2021, the 109th in the history of the law school, today is a great occasion for me, as it is a great occasion for you, your families, and those who supported you to get where you are today. If you'd told me 14 months ago that we would still not be able to gather in person for this blessed event, I never would have believed you. But here we are, making the best of it, still, just like you all did for the last year and a half of law school. You are now at least the second class to graduate in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Possibly the third, but I don't know anyone from the class of 1918 that I can send a telegram to confirm that. I am a proud graduate of the class of 1998 at the law school. I graduated 23 years ago on Mother's Day. Still one of my fondest memories to this day. Your time at the school will prove, or your time here will prove fruitful for you for years to come, 30, 40, 50, even 60 years. You've been given an excellent foundation by an excellent faculty from an excellent institution. Stay connected with the law school, please, whether you're from Michigan, somewhere in Canada, or elsewhere in this great country of ours. Professionally, staying connected to the school will pay you dividends that you could not imagine. You have a ready-made network of more than 8,000 alumni already. Socially, we will have live events again someday, I promise you. Right now, we're still having the virtual ones and making the best of them, while looking forward to the day where we can all gather in person again. Personally, you'll have your professors, you will have the Alumni Association backing you, you will have your friends and networks that you can rely on both personally and professionally when issues arise. Use this extensive network. It has served me and those who have come before me and those who have graduated after very well. It will help you in ways you can't imagine. Also, don't forget the law school. You're probably thinking right now, this is the most expensive endeavor you've ever undertaken. I'm telling you though, this investment in yourself and your career is the best one you have made to date. When I went to law school low those many years ago, I thought, how am I ever going to pay for this or pay it back? Well, instead it turned out that I couldn't have imagined the returns I received as a result of attending the law school. So please don't forget the law school if you make millions as a plaintiff's attorney. Don't forget the law school if you go into criminal law or public interest work. Don't forget the law school if you're headed to a big firm. Are you sensing a theme here? Don't forget the law school, please, and those who are coming after you. As you may have struggled some during school, the struggles in the future will almost certainly be harder for those who are following you. And finally, one thing I wish I could still do is to thank my parents together for all they did for me. My dad is gone, but thankfully my mom is still with us. So please, thank your parents. Hopefully they are with you watching today. Thank your significant others, those who have supported you. And we missed a wonderful opportunity in person to do this together due to the pandemic, where everyone could have celebrated this milestone with each other. However, even so, thank your parents and others for all they've done for you. Lastly, I implore you, don't forget where you come from, wherever you may go. Don't forget your foundation. The school is here for you. The Alumni Association is here for you. Professors and deans, they may come and go, but the institution itself remains. Rely on the school. Give back to the school. You won't regret it. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit of your time on this special day for you all. Other than congratulations to you again, that's all I have. God bless.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Congratulations, class of 2021 from your Alumni Relations Department. Yay!
Good afternoon. We, the officers and board members of the Association of Black Law Alumni, have a very important message we want to share with you. Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Bravo!
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Good luck, class of 2021. Best of luck on this next new adventure.
Congratulations. I am so proud of everything that you've done up to this point.
Congratulations, Grant. We're really proud of you.
Congrats, we're really proud of you.
Take this time to celebrate all that you've accomplished. We are so proud of you here at Detroit Mercy Law.
Congratulations.
We're proud of you. You're going to do great things.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Congratulations, very proud.
Congratulations.